Welcome to our Love Nest, Taurus. Today's reading will be a very detailed April prediction. For those that have already received the next 3 month predictions from me on my website, this particular reading may go even deeper for those of you that are into manifestation and also working with the energy that's coming towards you. For those purposes, you are being encouraged to save this particular reading for like future references in regards to how the manifestation of your personal reading is coming into fruition. So, before we get started, welcome all new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. I'm sending you warm hugs. If you've never been here before, you're going to love it here. And a million kisses to everyone that's already subscribed to our sacred space. We love each and every single one of you over here. We encourage each other. We put feedback in the comment section. If I don't get to respond to everyone, just know that I love you and thank you for your love and support thus far already on this channel. Down below in the description box, you will find timestamps to each prediction, along with a link to book your personal 3 month prediction. You are welcome to go ahead and skip directly to those segments in regards to love, finance, or any major events that is coming up in this prediction. All of the messages will not resonate for every single person, as it's going to be very specific and very detailed. Okay, so just keep that in mind as we go forward. I just wanted to make sure that I put it out there. All right, let's go. Hey, Taurus. All right, so in the month of April, when it comes to love, you are going to really feel connected to your inner child, okay? So your energy for the month of April is you connecting with your inner child in some way. I feel like this is connected to doing something that you love. You're really spending time with your inner child, okay? So this is arts and crafts, being creative, all right? Picking up different interests that you haven't really touched on lately. So whenever you were younger, I'm seeing interests like pottery, all right, painting. I'm also seeing something about hiking. So when you were younger, either you climbed mountains or you like to be out in nature. So confirmations for you if you've been really desiring to get back outside. I'm also picking up changing up your hairstyle as well. Some of you will be trying to grow your hair out, but I do feel like easy breezy in the month of April. You're really creative. That's the best way that I could describe it. I'm seeing remothering your inner child, whether you're male or female. You're in this frequency of who am I? I'm also seeing you wanting to get grounded as well. Having a relationship with your ancestor altar is what I'm seeing for you. A situation in April is going to make you feel extremely powerless. And because you feel powerless to this situation, it thrusts you into an intimate relationship with God. Okay, so in the month of April, strong emphasis of you nurturing your relationship with God, you trying to get your direction back. Like you're trying to get your assignment back, your self-esteem back, your self-control back. You're really being more assertive about it. And I feel like it's not to make yourself do stuff, but to allow yourself to imagine. All right, so let's get into your oracle cards as well. So we have charity in reverse, chemistry in reverse. We have light attribute in reverse. We have new chapter. I'm trying to move on. Into you, good chemistry, great vibes, positive. We have passion here. Very interesting. Chemistry and passionate feelings. And then we have temperance. Very interesting energy here. All right, and we'll get to this card in a second. Sheesh. Okay, let me sit with this for a second, Taurus. You are going through a major breakup, severing of finances, estate, severing relationships. Um, I see you. I see you really drawing a line with someone that you were either in a relationship with or you had a long standing connection with. Your inner child has bonded with someone on a 5D level with temperance energy here. So in April, your inner child is longing for that connection back, the chemistry that you shared with that 5D back. So whether you've met this person or not, you have a strong 5D connection with someone. And how you'll know who that person is, both of your inner child feel safe with each other. You guys feel like you can connect with each other, you understand each other, you know each other. Your inner child doesn't feel scared by the other person, and that's how you know that there's more to that connection, and that's like your divine union. Okay, because this is giving me divine child. However, someone that you either used to date, you used to talk to, you used to help, is also connected to you some way, somehow. All right. And if you're saying you're single, I am not picking up on someone that is in a relationship per se. I'm picking up on someone that's at a fork in the road. There's two paths. You can reconcile with a past person, or you can continue getting to know a new person. And that's the fork in the road that you're at in April. The chemistry is off. The attraction is off. You don't want someone from the past, someone that you used to give to very generously. You're not interested. I feel like there's a immaturity factor. But yet you may feel like someone is trying to force you back into their life. Someone is trying to play on your emotions and making it difficult for you to sever ties, right? You can't quite figure out what exactly is keeping this past person from getting the picture. That's what I'm seeing here. You're struggling with trying to figure out what about you is still attracting that person. Why haven't they figured it out? Why are they not letting you go? Why aren't they not getting the picture? Why do they still believe that there's hope? And something about whatever that secret is that you guys both once shared, or whatever shadow you both had in common, whatever trauma bond you both had in common, one of you has withdrawn from that toxic trait and the other person hasn't. And because the other person hasn't, they are persistent on praying for you back, doing, spells, different things to get you back, whatever is necessary to have you back the way that you used to be. That's the type of desperate obsession that has come as a result from this person experiencing your light. Okay. So I still see that going on for you in the month of April. There's some type of influence here. There's a positive influence on you, and then there's a negative influence on you. So a lot of your uncertainty and things that you're unclear about is coming from the positive influences that this 5D connection has on you. You have some type of connection, soul connection with someone, and it's making you more creative. It's making you more outgoing. Okay, it's lighting your fire. It's deeper. It's something about this passion where you get to go deeper into explore your inner child, explore parts about yourself that you never really got to do before in other connections. So you're really wanting to explore that. But I feel like someone is trying to guilt trip you in April to make you feel as if it's not real, especially if you haven't met this person physically yet. Someone else has their own intentions of blocking this for you, making it harder for you, and making you doubt whether or not it's a real connection, whether or not it's really happening for you. And I do see here it is happening for you. Okay, with Temperance energy. I feel like there's swans behind her. So let's get your tarot and see exactly, because it feels really quiet. There's an element about something not physically manifesting yet, but it's there, just not in the way the average person would expect it to be. So you're very influential right now. Anytime you are in your inner child energy, you're very influential. All right, that's what I'm hearing here. Children are drawn to you. Ideas and innovative things come to you as well. It's the relationship with the divine. So other people around you become triggered because they want that relationship with the divine that you possess. And so because they don't know how to get there, or they don't know how you did it, the assignment here is to make you doubt yourself, make you not believe what you know to be real. But you're going to be aware of this. That's what I'm seeing here. You're going to be very aware, because it's going to turn you off. Confirmation in April, you're going to feel turned off by the advances of certain people that you're not interested in. You're not going to want them is what I'm seeing here. And that's how you're going to know that you're ready to cross over. There's a crossover here happening. You're not the same person anymore. And so you're no longer mirroring the shadow. You're no longer ashamed of your sexuality, okay? And you're no longer ashamed of your body. You're no longer ashamed of your desires, okay? Because all of this hug here is like real big hugs, okay? No longer ashamed of being vulnerable. People used to exploit your vulnerability as weakness and try to manipulate you. But you're free to really be naked, okay? Nurture yourself. So you have genuine, sincere feelings for this person. Like you trust this person enough to let them see all parts of yourself. All right, let's get into your predictions in love for April. Okay, all of these want to come out. So you have the Four of Cups, the Hierophant in reverse, the Ten of Wands, and the Nine of Wands in reverse. Nine of Swords in reverse. Can I get one more card? Thank you, Spirit. So there was a connection that was requiring more emotional vulnerability. But it was hard to be vulnerable because of the trust issues that you had. Okay. So someone being nice to you, if someone's super nice to you, it would trigger you. If someone's super nice to you or super giving, it would trigger you. That's for majority of you. For others of you, the difficulty with rejection kept you from investing in a connections. So on one end, I'm seeing a dynamic where one of you has trust issues in regards to rejection. So out of fear of rejection, you try not to give too much, because if you give too much, you've dealt with people that took advantage of you. The other person had a fear of someone over giving to them and having the rugs snatched from underneath them. So they never would open up, out of fear that if they did open up, it would be snatched from them. So to avoid being hurt, to avoid experiencing a negative experience or getting their hopes up high and it not coming through, they would retreat. Okay. So both of you triggered each other's inner child wounds. One perceiving the situation as rejection, and the other perceiving the situation as taking advantage. Okay. So one person was overgiving and one person was undergiving, which brought things out of balance. Okay. And then we dive into a situation where you're in this uncomfortable, wonky space because technically there are no expectations here in April between you and someone. So you guys don't have any titles. You guys aren't in a relationship. This could be strictly platonic, like friends here, colleagues. All right. But there's an element of forbidden energy. So even though you guys are into each other, you desire each other, you're trying not to spark that chemistry. You're trying not to entertain the connection and be overly emotional or overly given to the point where you lose your bearings and you lose your ground. Because both of you are territorial and possessive, and you're really trying not to trigger that side of yourself. Okay, you're trying to keep it light, you're trying to keep it fun, you're trying to keep it childlike, but it's struggling to cross over into that adult side of the romantic side. And so this is desiring to cross over into something more romantic, but not knowing how to initiate that conversation, not knowing how to initiate that more deeper intimacy, because something about all of this feels as if it's either not supposed to be, right? Either it's not supposed to be, or the fear that you both have is like waiting on the other person. So one person is waiting on you, you're waiting on that person, and both of you are kind of just seeing where it all goes. All right. So what you need to know is you both are going to realize in April that you guys do desire each other, and there's absolutely nothing to fear, because there's no big bad wolf on the other side of that intimacy. Someone needed to feel safe. I feel like for one of you, you needed to feel safe that you could explore this type of intimacy without regretting it and feel safe. And the other person needed to know that it was okay to explore deeper passion and intimacy and sexuality without feeling as if their intense desires would scare you off. Someone was hesitant. One of you was hesitant to explore the connection on a more intimate level because they didn't want to be perceived with the Nine of Swords in reverse like someone that all they thought about was sex, or all they think about is this. Because I am seeing here high. So something about your sex drives as well could have been different. So someone needed to figure out a different way to express their inner child, so their inner child is kept busy and not taking the microphone. Something about the inner child was leading the connection, leading the dynamic. And now that the inner child got to experience some type of excitement, something was taken away, but it doesn't feel like the rug was like taken. It feels like, hmm, there's like a healthy limit. There's a healthy limit to remembering your past lives. There's a healthy limit to remembering certain things, because what happens when you watch certain things that triggers your inner child, it kind of calls your inner child to do healing. You know what I'm saying? So no different if you watch a movie and that movie reminds you of bad memories. The intention of watching, being reminded of bad memories, was holding someone back from being able to release those memories and create new ones, right? So let's say, for example, someone here likes to hold on, I have to find a way to say this. Okay, let's say, for example, here that someone here likes to come and go, right, with the Hierophant in the reverse. They like to be able to come and go. It's real lighthearted. It's nothing too serious. This is where they're comfortable at, right? When they see you, it's a great time. You enjoy each other's company and you guys go off and you live your own lives and things like that. It's kind of giving me that Carrie and Mr. Big type of vibration here. And that's where the no strings attached energy is showing up as well. But like technically, this situation hasn't gone there yet. Okay, with passion and the archetype blank, that hasn't been established yet. There are certain things that hasn't been explored yet in this connection, but you're into each other, but you haven't been able to act on that interest. So that's the platonic realm, right? However, when you're friends and you are exploring familiar interests, topics, conversations, all right, activities, you could talk for hours and hours and hours about you can go down memory lane and all those different things, right? And so you get stuck in this type of friend zone energy. Yeah, this is like getting stuck in the friend zone, but still having feelings for each other, but not knowing how to get out of the friend zone, because the only level of connection is at the inner child level. So a part of breaking that ice in April here, someone is going to be more forward with Temperance here. This passion here is saying that someone's going to be more forward and more passionate about initiating a more adult type of conversation. They're going to become unscared and stop worrying about how it's going to be perceived and just start being more vulnerable and intimate. Because I do feel like I said in the beginning, someone has been struggling with emotions, and then crossing over those emotions into desires and kind of being able to convey like, hey, I desire this, I desire communication, I desire that. So this is getting tongue tied, writing messages, deleting it, not knowing how to start a conversation or to end a conversation. So it got really hazy. And so subliminal cues of interest wasn't enough for somebody. So for one of you, someone was sending like subliminal clues, but she has her headphones on here. And so those subliminal clues of like, you know, hey, I like your picture, or hey, I said a nice thing. Someone can't see it and someone can't hear it. because y'all are speaking two different languages in April. The Four of Cups is very passive aggressive, and what someone needs to understand is that growing up, somebody here, because we're talking about inner child, someone here experienced the negative aspects of passive aggressive energy. So passive aggressive is like, I'm communicating to you, but in an indirect way. You know what I mean without me having to say it. So that should be enough, right? For whoever has the inner child trauma of trusting people, and then they used passive aggressive communication as a way to control them or as a way to punish them for not listening or being obedient, that passive aggressive approach to communication would trigger. Okay? It would trigger the inner child memories that they don't want to remember. And it would hurt them rather than assist. Okay? So I feel like someone in April is going to get it, that it's not that the other person is not into them or the spark was lost. There's something about relying off of solely passive aggressive communication becomes counterproductive to the development of any connection. So someone shut down and became like scared. I feel like there's an undertone of like there was some type of scared energy. Like, I'm unsure if it's really safe. Am I not paying attention to the red flags? Am I not seeing clearly? Am I falling for a codependency trap and some type of narcissist is going to exploit me? Okay, that's kind of the questions that are coming up. But like I said, it's coming from the highs and the lows, right? So when someone is extremely interested and then there's a break in consistency, but then there's no communication, it leaves space to wonder, right? And so what was initially super excited becomes questions of a fork in the road. Am I being naive? Am I being gullible? And I feel like the same question is also what the other person was asking themselves, which was, how are they're not able to see? The other person felt like someone was too independent or weren't. Okay, so the other person felt like their advances were being rejected. Like, I'm not needed. So when someone doesn't feel needed, it triggers their inner child. So the other person didn't feel needed because there's something about wanting to feel needed that validates their inner child. So the inner child of wanting to be needed stems from desiring to please parents and feel responsible and feel like they did a good thing. This is the aspiration for positive reinforcement by way of charity, by way of like, okay, let's say something really small. I wash dishes. I'm not going to necessarily ask for you to say thank you or for you to do something nice for me, but I did it because my inner child wanted to feel good. I did it in some way. So someone was giving gestures of kindness that they felt was a good thing, but then they were confused when they weren't sure or clear on whether or not it was wanted or needed. Someone needs to feel, inner child aspires to feel needed, and the other person's inner child aspires to be safe. So technically, y'all both are made for each other, because y'all both can't see with your physical eyes or your mind playing tricks on you, confusing you. You see how that dynamic works? One inner child wants to feel needed, and the other inner child wants to feel safe. Okay? So that sounds like shelter and provision. I have something that you want, and you have something that I need. But someone here is not used to asking for help. They're not used to people saying yes. So one of you guys, I can't tell which one is who, so y'all gonna have to figure this shit out. One of you guys grew up never having anything. And so not having anything put you in at the mercy of people that felt like you had to do things in order to get them to provide the basic necessities like shelter, food. All right. So y'all had experiences of, being starved, not eating certain days, and people pretty much, your authority figures, your parents or people in your life starving you, not letting you eat, not letting you, just the common basic necessities here that nature provides: food, shelter, clothes. And so as a way to protect yourself, you stop expecting good things, right? And so when your parents would do passive aggressive things like take away I'm not even talking about your phone, or maybe they took away your phone. Maybe they took away the things that you felt you needed per se to cope with life, right? Music, alone time. Maybe you weren't allowed to have your own space or your own room. All right, because we have Charity here. And so, yeah, you built up this protective mechanism to protect your inner child, where like you don't borrow or you don't expect people to help you. So you do everything by yourself. So it's not that you're hyper independent by choice. You're hyper independent because your reality, you haven't been able to afford a different reality. You haven't been able to change your fate. So you had to do with what you had. And so to want more than whatever little section that you were given is difficult to do, right? Now, how that would translate to the other person, they probably would look at you like they want to give to you because of that inner child. They want to cheer your inner child up, right? But they don't want to overdo something because they don't want to scare you off. So it makes it very uncomfortable to be needed by you, because that person is trying not to trigger the parts of you that is scared to feel like you need someone. You get what I'm saying? There's that type of dynamic here, but so they give a little. So the person that has that abandonment type of, suffering, where it's like the hunger, the struggle, it would take consistency. I feel like consistency is part of it. Because when someone consistently does the same thing without expecting something, because you have to understand the walls that are built, right? So the person that's been on that journey of struggle and abuse, right? Whether it's emotional, mental, or physical, the people that just are naturally there for them consistently and regularly becomes like their safety net. You see what I'm saying? Becomes like their safe space, their safe place to go, their safe, those are the people that you can count on. And in turn, there's some type of loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Because when you meet someone that is finally not giving you conditions where they have to behave a certain way, talk a certain way, do things right all the time in order to even receive an ounce of love, support, or affection. When someone does that just naturally, more of that opens that person up. Random acts of kindness opens that person up. And it's over time where there's no more fear there. And that's what I'm seeing here. Because it goes against that program of belief that told them at a young age, that told their inner child at a young age that no one would ever do that. No one would ever do that. That's not how the world works. And so here you are, or here this person is being told that there are people like that. And that's a stretch to believe. And even if you see it with your two eyes, I feel like if the inner child does too much talking, right? Because that person has this thing where it's like, shit, that's another wall. Damn it. Okay. When you do too much talking, it's like, oh shit, I told that person too much. My inner child does this over talking thing that it does. I feel like that is scary, because what's the first thing that you learn in narcissist school? When you talk too much and you tell too much about yourself, they use that against you. So you see how all these different things create confusion, and it's like, hold on, this is about the lack of nurture. All right. But I feel like whatever triggered this prior to April had to come up in order for someone to face the reality or face the shadow, where they can say to themselves, they're not a charity case. They are worthy. They do deserve something. They do deserve love. They can have a new life. You get what I'm saying? And so in the silence of this dynamic, both of you have had some type of revelation. In April, you have some type of revelation of what you know about this connection, about this dynamic. You understand something differently, that it's not about the titles and it's not about the contracts and the titles. It's more or less about, like I said, safety and need. And that's why y'all are made for each other, because both of your inner child has what the other person lacks, and you feel whole together. And that's just the bottom line that I see here. Someone in this dynamic will never ask for help. Okay? They will never ask, even if they needed it. And it's not personal. It's just a matter of, they believe that if it is to happen, it will happen. Because they rely heavily off of the tree here. So the tree is telling me grounded. They have to remain grounded. And somebody else may be really imaginative, right? The person that needs to feel needed, they do a lot to manifest. They do a lot to co-create with the universe so they can be a giver. So they have a higher perspective. So you see how the hand here, there's a cloud. So when someone does a gesture, someone's going to do a gesture here. And they're hoping that it will let someone else know that they're into them on a more intimate level. Okay, the chemistry, the vibe, the positive, that they're into them. not based off some traditional belief system or anything like that, not based off no religion, but that they fully accept them for who they are, no matter what. There's something about knowing that no matter if someone is perfect or imperfect, they're consistent about genuinely caring for someone. And it's not just physical based, it's not just attraction based, it's deeper than that. It's on the soul level, right? And I feel like that just cracks the code in this dynamic. It dispels, because you have to understand, the person that wants to feel needed and appreciated and adored has been missing real, genuine people that actually are not trying to take advantage of them. So the giver has always met people that takes advantage of them. And the closed off person has always dealt with people that took advantage of their kindness, their compassion, because they may not have had a lot of things, but they had love, right? They had affection, they had nurture, they had things that were priceless. And someone growing up made them feel like it wasn't worth anything. So both of them have the same values, just different sources. One person values making another person's day bright and, receiving love and nurture. The other person values them being able to love and nurture and then not be taken advantage of or used as a way to chastise them, like if they forget or if they don't do it on time. Like there's something about discipline here that I'm seeing here. When a person doesn't communicate their feelings, right? So if you have a parent, I don't know who this energy is. Okay, listen. If you have a parent, if you've ever had a parent, and that parent would chastise you and then apologize and give you like something, it's really weird. I'm trying to describe it to you because this is telling me giving someone more than one time to do it right. I feel like you guys have to have this breakthrough because y'all have had experiences where you've spoken about it. You've communicated. I don't like when you do this. I would appreciate it if you do that. And then they'll be like, okay, I'll do it. And then they'll go right back to their old ways and their old behaviors. So you guys have been depleted when it comes to speaking up front and saying how you feel, because people from your past has pretty much used that as an opportunity to just like it falls on deaf ears, right? But if you just both would try, that's what I'm seeing here. You guys both come to some type of realization that it's okay to be vulnerable and say, this made me feel some type of way. I really feel like you guys have this type of inner child connection where you both would be like, okay, I wasn't trying to make you feel this way and I'll do it differently moving forward. And that would be just that, you know what I'm saying? But this is the temperance card here is pretty much about you guys figuring out a way to respond to your triggers from your inner child differently. Okay. Whew, I hope that makes sense. I do see y'all get it. The prediction here is the 10 of Wands. This is a surrender. And I feel like it all starts by just pretty much saying like, I'm into you. I'm into you. I love talking to you. I love being around you. It makes me feel this way. Like just being vulnerable. Even if you're scared. Without any intentions of the attraction or passion without anything. I'm not saying this because I'm trying to get with you. I'm not saying this because I'm trying to have sex with you. I'm not saying none of that. I'm saying that because I genuinely enjoy X, Y, and Z. You feel what I'm saying? And then that's when like that whole shadow is like casted out and the sun comes out and it's like a beautiful day. Matter of fact, it in a very peculiar way, it makes you extremely attracted to each other. Okay? It brings out the passion. It just brings y'all closer together because you guys are going to see that you're mirroring each other, the both of you. Like we're doing the same thing. Both of you. Because if neither one of you ever speak about how you were triggered or what you felt, I just keep hearing, I can't say how I felt because we're not in a relationship. You know how I'm saying? So there's that stipulation of we have to be in a relationship in order to say we're into someone. We have to, there's something about the rules. This is very unorthodox, whatever this is. So there really are no rules. So if you try to apply a rule of like, oh, you know, play aloof until you know for sure that person's into you. Play your cards this way until you know, then that would be you adopting some type of belief system that tells you that this is the way to guarantee. This is like that movie, Hitch. How much advice did he give that man in regards to dating that girl? And he did the fucking opposite, and the opposite worked for him. There's something about doing the complete opposite of what you would normally think would work. I hope that helps. But I see you figure it out. Ten of Wands, like fuck it. All right. Is it enough to just be into someone without saying I want to be in a relationship with you? Yes. Is it enough to just say that I desire speaking to you, doing this, being around you? Yes. Is it something wrong with that? No. Does that make you a bad person? No. Is it toxic? The devil in reverse? No. Temperance. It's just the truth. Unless you're afraid of rejection or losing someone. Afraid of loss, one person. Afraid of rejection, the other person. But the two of you, this is a less, it's not a lesson. I feel like it's a breakthrough. It's a crossroads. Yeah, y'all had to go through this crossroads so you guys can see for yourselves your own hangups. And it can feel a little bit more. Sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, so this was all intended or divinely guided for you guys to go through this hang up, okay? So y'all can cross over this road or this rough patch. It's one of many, okay? And I see you guys doing it at a very slow and a methodical pace because you have angels assisting this connection for the both of you, because the Six of Cups in reverse is pretty much saying new memories. I see you in the future being able to focus on new memories, not old memories. Yeah. So let's get into your last card. I told you we have homelessness, unemployment, solitude, hunger, bankruptcy, wandering. So I feel like this is definitely healing core issues, like I was saying, with hunger, bankruptcy, all of this wandering. This is dealing with in April, y'all are clearing out abandonment wounds, and it has to be tempered in order for you both to really explore how deep this love can go. how passionate this love is, you guys had to heal, sort out your abandonment wounds of the Six of Cups, right? In order to really explore this connection and play and really have the passion the way that you both desire, the both of you long for, you had to. And so phase 1, I feel like there was a deep trigger. And then the inner child came out and really revealed itself. Um which taught you what you do want and what you don't want, right? And I feel like both of you have pretty much solidified with the universe that you don't want any connection where you have to settle. You're willing to put in the work. You're willing to devote yourself. You're willing to be generous. You're willing to be more giving and not put onto the other person that they're going to do to you what other people did. The other person is more receiving, and they're allowing themselves to receive and also trust and allow their inner child to express affection. But like I said, this is something that is cloaked as platonic or friendship or forbidden, but like two people still desire each other. You get what I'm saying? And it's like until that crossover from platonic into desire happens, it creates this uneasy, right? Zoned area. So I feel like both of you guys are going to be able to see that y'all are not the problem. It's just outside experiences or outside people, especially if y'all have exes with the Six of Cups, that especially if y'all fell in love for like false counterparts before. Because false counterparts really mirror or remind you in some ways, right? Because false counterparts they won't be able to impersonate something if they didn't have some of the qualities, right? So both of y'all may remind each other of your humble beginnings. Yeah, humble beginnings. So April is going to be extremely exciting. We have ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. We have tigers, doing something risky, taking a chance. And then we have dark man, dealing with a relationship with a dark man or complexion, or dark hair. I think that's what it says. I do feel like, again, in April, there is someone that you are rejecting that's going to try to take a risk and do some type of grand gesture to get you back. That can close off energy as well. All right. But I see you rejecting that person. Like, I don't want to be with you. Yeah. So this person may make you feel like trouble is around the corner. So your ex in April is going to attempt to get you back. They're going to do something. Your ex is going to do something in a way where they may ask you to do something nice or offer something. Feels very impulsive. Someone may offer something in an impulsive way. Somebody may say something to a child. Like, I want to do this. I want to reconcile, but your dad or your mom doesn't want to. I want to do what's right, but they don't want to. So it's like putting all this baggage on an innocent child, and that innocent child absorbing those emotions and then feeling very conflicted. So I do feel like in the month of April, you're also at the same time wondering if you should allow, or you should have allowed someone. Like, you're going to be able to see some type of trauma that another adult placed on a innocent child here. Like, I would want to be here. Yeah, someone did something before April where if you were married to somebody, or you were in a long-term connection, say y'all have children together, this person dump piled their emotional lack of rejection onto an innocent, very impressionable child. Like, oh, I wanted to give your dad or your mom a ring. I wanted us to work on our marriage. I wanted us to be back together. I wanted us to get a house together. I wanted us to do all these different things together. But you see how that rhetoric, but they didn't want to. And so that child has been really feeling the emotional tie, right, of pain. So someone was trying to tap into an innocent child and utilize their emotional grief. So if you have a child in April that looks extremely sad or closed off, they're battling some depressive emotions that they didn't have before, because it was given by either a mother or a father. And so you will need to get this child therapy as you go through this severance I'm seeing here. This person did it as a desperate way to get you back. Someone could be 4 years old, but they're very young. Yes. See, disappointment in some affair. It's like, oh, I had to work extra hard because someone broke up with me, or I had to work extra hard because they abandoned us. So someone was trying to create a repeat and pass down an abandonment wound that a child didn't even come into this world with, because the other person was toxic in regards to, it's like, oh, if you're going to leave me, I'm going to ruin the children on purpose. They're doing that on purpose. So someone is technically such a bad person to the point where they would do this to innocent children. All right. I also see you putting someone on child support. Yeah. And in April, they have like their job information. They have all the things that they need to not only hold them accountable for what they haven't done, but I'm also seeing back pay for years that they weren't paying due to a court order. All right. So this is the major force that's been working against you, and that's about to be handled. There's a special law firm here as well that's going to give you more details in regards to collections. And this going to really blow up something. There's some type of tower moment for somebody from your past. So there's going to be a lot of consequences here that someone was trying to ruin the destiny of a child because they knew that child would become a version of themselves that they could never be. And so they were trying to lower that child's self-esteem, their standards. This could have happened to you if you don't have children. All right. So April does feel like you will be kind of laying the law, cutting someone off from having access to children, work. Okay. Someone's going to lose transportation. We have pineapple here. Ooh, reconciliation. So I feel like here with passion. All right. All while this is happening, someone you do want comes back around or something like that, because like there was a dark period you had to go through. Yeah, we have woman here. Dealing's a relationship with a woman. Because I feel like the latter end of April, something shifts. All right, someone's feeling better, because pineapples is like they're feeling good from the inside out. They're feeling like themselves again. I feel like you're gonna be feeling like yourself again. You're gonna be feeling like you can explore all types of passions. We have bread, a period of prosperity and abundance. Yes. So you're gonna be feeling really good. That you're not connected to a situation anymore. We have dealings or relationship with the older woman. Sheesh. What is this older woman? We have box. You will receive a gift. So this older woman may want to know how you did something in April, or how you're going to do something. There's an older woman that's curious about you, about who you're talking to, while you're skipping through why you're so happy. Okay, this is someone that tries to bully you. Yeah, they try to bully you and make you like open up. They have somebody they want you to be with or something like that. So you have some type of older woman, whether this is someone you're related to, grandmother, father, I don't know. Or your mother. Someone could have a grandmother that's giving them a gift, and it may be through this passionate connection. Someone will try you or do something against your will. You're going to be given some type of help, whether this person is alive or deceased, where they're going to help you combat some type of issue that you may be dealing with. There is some type of issue that you may be dealing with in April. Pay attention to your finances. Somebody may be trying to fuck with your money, especially if you wear a purse. I'm picking up a more purse than wallet. A goal-oriented person. Fox. So, in a nutshell, you're gonna have some career success. Okay, you have two-faced friends. You have people here that are trying to get you back. There's a clear, straight path directly to someone, and you have all these positive things going on for yourself in regards to relationships. You also have, like I said, two-faced friends that are telling your business. You have compliments from a secret admirer. You have, if you're a feminine and you have like issues with your mother or your grandmother, where they tend to want to know how much money you get, when you're getting money, what you have going on in your personal life. I do see them wanting to be nosy because they can sense that your heart is open and you haven't asked them for help in a really long time. And so these are people that kind of feel like the chain, like this is the beginning of your life changing, and they feel like the family sorrow, that you're about to cut them off, and they feel like you are moving away, and they don't have access to you. But it feels like two friends are going to be getting closer together. Yeah. And you guys are on that path. You have a path with money is waiting for you to find it. We have diamond. You will be receiving a precious gift. Yeah, it feels like there's two people that are friends that have the key to each other's heart. You have so many forces outside of you that are trying to bring y'all down and throw your energies off, and just make it real difficult for you guys to just be at peace. All right. But I feel like this time period, this confusion, all these different things is only going to make y'all closer. So they're really doing y'all a favor by creating so much strife, because y'all are going to banter together harder than ever. And so your haters become your biggest supporters in regards to helping you overcome your fears and trust each other more, because you're going to find that with each other, you guys possess that box. Okay. Y'all hold the key to each other's hearts, and that's on period. So I'm sending you lots of love, wisdom, and guidance. This is your April prediction. All the information, if you're interested in booking a 3-month prediction for yourself, will be linked down below in the description. And I'll see you in the other sections. Bye-bye. Alrighty, Taurus, we are back to do your financial reading for April. If you are new, welcome to the channel. If you're returning, welcome back. Down below, you'll be able to find the link to book any 3-month prediction readings if you are interested in those, as well as the timestamps to the other predictions in regards to love and major life events. So this pile here is going to be your oracles. Before we get into the tarot, I'm going to start with the oracles first and really tap into the timeline that's going to resonate. Which one do I want to use first? We're going to use this deck here. All right, let's get into your energy. So we have soldier here. So you could be in the military. If you're not in the military, you may be doing some type of service for humanity, because the soldier card for me, there's a lot of talking. Okay, so you could be a politician, someone that speaks, or you're on the front line about something. I'm also picking up here a rescuer type of energy. I'm losing my voice. This won't resonate for everybody, but you may deal with something like a strain on your vocal cords, or you can't really talk. All right. Like allergies or something that I'm picking up on. Like I'm literally, this is not my normal voice, but I want to say in regards to finances and career, you may sound like this, how I'm sounding, like raspy. And it looks like it's from you being of like constant service on a regular basis. And it feels like it's taking a strain on your voice. Okay. So if that doesn't resonate with you, disregard that part. I'm also seeing you. There's something about vaccines or having to get vaccinated or something like that in order to travel abroad for work. I'm seeing that as well. So you may have smaller symptoms to like you may experience like smaller symptoms from like getting a panel of vaccines or a panel, allergy panel or something like that. And then so you could be able to travel. Okay. For others of you that are like content creators, or you're crafting, you communicate, you use your voice, whether this is online, like you have an online presence, influencer as well. I see you. I'm seeing someone write and scratch and throw away. So I see you crafting some type of story, crafting some type of, this could be a song as well. And you're really trying to get the right eloquent words or the right words to convey something. You're going through a period of reflection. Okay, so I think at the beginning of the month, you may feel strained, and then towards the tail end of the month, you're going to get your voice back or something like that. You're going to feel extremely creative as you get better, but I feel like a part of this is to make you rest. Okay, there's a time about you needing to take some time to revisit the past and figure out what you want to do. I see you letting go of someone and putting it all in the record, or putting it all on the track, or putting it all in the book. There's something about you letting go of a period of your life that once kept you conflicted, and you're surrendering. And it's like you're giving this version of your life or that version of your memories a proper burial. Okay. With Soldier here, I feel like you're also changing the way in which you work. Like you're going to stop overworking yourself, planning for some type of retirement. I'm hearing for somebody here, saving and budgeting. I'm also seeing someone enlist. So confirmations if you're enlisting. And I'm also seeing someone honorable discharge is what I'm seeing here too. You have stories connected to like PTSD. No trigger here. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. And this is going to be a healthy way for you to process those memories. You may have been trying to avoid it for a long time, but it feels like it's all going to hit ahead. And you'll finally be able to let something go. Major communications, whether that's internet, posting, blogging, you're coming back. You're trying to accept some type of mission, like impossible mission. Your life purpose is also activating, or you're accepting your life purpose here in the month of April. I kept hearing March, so something could have started or began in March. All right, let's get your oracle cards. We have bad health in reverse. We have angel of strength. We have relationship in reverse. Communications. Let's put that there. Yeah, I see you overcoming, like I said, overcoming some type of period of cold or symptoms. You're going to come back stronger and better. We have entertainer. So like I said, you may be in the entertainment industry, or you may be tired of entertaining people or being in a particular industry. We have sacred space in reverse. We have eagle, number 9. You will soar towards your destiny with greater clarity and strength. Again, these are 2 cards mirroring strength here. We have adaptability. Let's put that there. We have an offer. Okay. And then light attribute in reverse, we have companion. And it says, betrayal by misusing confidence, loss of personal identity. And that's in the shadow attribute. So there's something about feeling like you needed to find yourself. You may be communicating to someone through some type of creation, okay, that you needed to find yourself. You needed to take time to figure out something. You had to do some type of soul searching here. You had to get grounded as well. This is telling me that something about your job was making you feel imbalanced, or something about a particular industry was making you feel off. And if it wasn't making you feel off, I feel like you constantly showing up for other people, helping other people, friends, clients, customers, patients. You could be a doctor as well. Whatever you were doing, like the fun was being sucked out of it. So your psychic energy may have been being depleted. And so you had to raise your vibration. And it seems like you could be working at like a mental institute, or you may work in a spiritual environment. Whatever this is with entertainment, um, like some people may view this as all fun and games, but this is like this communication here. You could be a medium, a psychic. You could be a spirit medium, where you're a rapper, singer, artist, entertainment industry. And people think that you're just doing this for fun, but really you're tapped into energy. So, as those types of, you know, beacons of light, it can be very depleting. And I feel like you are disconnecting in the month of April to focus more on your destiny and yourself. I'm also seeing you not getting properly paid or acknowledged for how much work ethic and how much you provide. Like, you're on the front line every single day, not just helping yourself, but other people as well. And when you look back at what have you gained from it, I feel like it's been a wear and tear with adaptability. Like, you're coming up against a lot of forces and stuff like that. hmm So I see you being able to get some coffee. It feels like a pick me up as well. There's a breakup with some type of business partner that was two timing you. I'm seeing that too. Like, someone you may have been trying to be loyal to, they never change. Now, this could be a community. All right, soldiers, they have that type of energy where no man left behind, no person left behind. And a lot of times, being that loyal to people, even at a fault to yourself, they can drag you down with them. Okay. So the people that you were partnered with in business, they weren't as loyal to you as selflessly loyal you were to them. And so it became self-sacrificing in a nutshell. hmm Dealing with a lot of betrayals. Something about what you do for work, like the more you're of service to other people, it's harder for you to have relationships with for your own self. It's like, in order for you to do this purpose, or in order for you to be this crafter, be this, psychic, medium, entertainer, it leaves little to no personal life, is what I'm seeing here. And you're reflecting on how long you've been doing something for a very long time. And with sacred space in reverse, you're really wanting to get back to your sanctuary. You're definitely outside of your comfort zone. I could tell you that much. Let's get this last card here. We have musician. Okay, so confirmation, entertainment, musician, yeah. You're super strong. Wow. Do y'all even know when you're being depleted? I think it's hard for you to know when you're being depleted, because you embody the role so well that it's like, there's something about, you could be an actor, right? And let's say you embody that role that you're playing so well that when people see you outside the role, they still think you're the character. Okay? And I feel like you change roles often with this face here to communicate and convey and really embody the emotions. All right? You could write a song, and it may be about just connecting on a deep level with certain experiences, just to connect with humanity. And people may feel like you're talking about your personal life in the song, but that's not always the case. Sometimes you're just being of service by allowing other people to know that they're seen and they're heard. And so you're holding space for a lot of people, but they're not really interested in healing songs. They're not really interested in songs that are of more depth. There's something about the content is like watered down, or it's not really like, nobody wants to know or hear about positive stuff. They're addicted to drama, okay, their vibration. So I feel like you're ready to get this purpose going. Okay, you're tired of waiting. You're like, this will come, this will always be here. I could come back to that. All right, so I see you wanting to put down work for a while and go and live your life. So in April, you have some type of invitation here. And with coffee, this could be a meeting for a business partnership, some type of in communications, IT here, or this may be I'm seeing casting. Yeah, casting for a TV show. I'm also picking up like a callback where they want to meet you. I'm seeing Skype calls. And if everything checks out, you may have to travel abroad. I'm seeing Black Hawk Down. This could be a movie as well. Put yourself out there and bring the best in you so you can get noticed. You could be drawn to careers in theater, dancing, music, or any type of entertainment. Is there a talent you could turn into money? Time to think outside the box, and that's in reverse. I feel like you're tired of the entertainment industry right now, and you're really trying to get away for a little bit, get a different perspective. Okay, so you're giving yourself in April a different scenery, a different environment. You're being an observer, and it's to gain a new clarity, a new perspective, so you can come back and feel grounded. And at the same time, this is helping you as well heal some type of broken promises with your business partnerships. You have people that you've known for a long time that were talking about you or double siding you in some way, and you're not, you're like, you're kind of over it. You're over trying to people please, for sure. I'm seeing that. I'm also seeing a listening party. Okay, I'm seeing like bodyguards. Hiring like staff. Okay. This is a blessing in disguise. You may not be able to see it yet, but there's some type of blessing in disguise here. Let's see. Predictions for finances for Taurus in the month of April. So you have the Two of Swords. The High Priestess. Judgment in reverse. We have the Page of Cups in reverse. Why don't I see any pentacles out here? Something could be left on autopilot. You may be leaving something on autopilot. All right. Yeah, King and Queen of Pentacles. It feels like it's interesting with the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. This is telling me Taurus energy, heavy earth energy. You've reached your wits' end about something. And I see you wanting to like take a leap of faith and go somewhere. Make yourselves feel better here. I see a story unfolding. In some way, somehow, I feel like it's connected. Like your inner child may be feeling off. Hmm. There was some type of opportunity that was being delayed. Okay. And that opportunity or that distraction gets removed some way, somehow, and then things get back on track. But there is some the Page of Cups energy here. Um, there's some type of hit that's been taken here where someone may feel triggered. Okay, like someone's trust is triggered. Okay, they struggle with trusting people due to betrayals, but on top of struggling to trust people, they were contemplating, you or someone else or both of you are contemplating on making the right decision. I feel like two people here with the Two of Swords was wondering if they were being taken advantage of, if they were being naive, if they were being gullible to some type of spiritual connection. And it's left the both of you feeling completely off because it's like a misunderstanding in the workplace. So it's some insecure emotions due to the lack of communication, which is why communication is here. So this is like trying to lean back on the 5D connection because there's unsure energies. Both of you guys, two people were perceiving each other in the wrong light, not really understanding what it's about in the workplace. So this may be reputation or something may have been a bad rap here. This is giving me workaholic energy, like going into hyper independence as a response, or workaholic energy as a response of feeling emotionally triggered. Because then once you're not trusting yourself, like, what did I have the wrong judgment, or was I picking up the wrong vibes about a person? Is this not what I thought it was? So there's a lot of questions that you're asking yourself, and I feel like some of y'all are putting it into um your creative work. Okay, maybe going through mood swings as well in April. I feel like two people here are struggling to be themselves or to really know who they are outside of this connection, and it's making a person question something being good for them or bad for them, right? Let's say you have a friend and y'all are communicating often, or you were, and now all of a sudden you feel like it's hard to really connect with your work, or it's hard to really connect with people, or want to help other people, and it's trying to determine whether or not you're seeing things clearly, because we have shadow attribute betrayal by misusing confidence, loss of personal identity. So both of you guys felt like you were losing yourselves, losing your own personal identity the closer you came to someone. So imagine looking into the mirror, right? When you look into the mirror, it multiplies, right? If you turn two mirrors in on each other, it becomes an infinite reflection, right? Of whatever you're looking at. And it may be hard to determine which person is the real person. And then that can make you go on a whole nother overthinking tangent to send you down a whole nother rabbit hole. So I feel like someone is utilizing penmanship or writing as a way to ground themselves and repurpose themselves. Because it was definitely confusing somebody. And I feel like your higher self is wanting you to get grounded, or wanting you guys both to get grounded in April. So the miscommunication could be cleared. Okay, with sacred space in reverse, this is saying now more than ever, being grounded is going to really help you hold your own energy while showing up for everyone else. All right, because the more people you come in contact with, the more you have to transmute. So that's what I'm seeing here. So as you're turning the pages, there has to be a letting go process every single time you do it. Okay, cutting of the cords every single time you do it. So this is about practice here. The way in which you connect. I feel like two people here are trying to figure out who the other person really is. But if you get grounded, the closer you get to yourself, the more you understand the other person, because you're mirrors of each other. So the answer isn't going to be outside of you. It's going to be internal. So I feel like you and someone else, like there's two people here. Y'all didn't feel prepared for this. Like, this is like a blow. Feeling unprepared in regards to it, and it's like all the rules you guys came up with, all the things you normally do when you talk to someone, they went out the window. So if you both have this thing about you where you're able to hold a poker face and be like, way more strategic, there's something about the Page of Cups. Two sensitive people, two artists, okay, to artists, to entertainers, to people of service, light workers, whatever, encountered each other. And they were like two light beams that it was like an explosion. And it's like, hold on, I have to recenter. Okay, judgment in reverse. What is happening here? Who am I? Okay. Yeah, it was getting intense. There is some type of metamorphosis that's occurring. And with the Page of Cups, and that's why I keep saying the both of you, because they keep stressing to me that one of you or both of you may be perceiving this situation like it's happening to you, and the other person is doing it or something like that. But really, it's not. neither one of you are doing anything to each other. Pretty much. You share a very close spiritual connection. Mm-hmm. Because I'm seeing two telephones or two microphones, two strong frequencies. When they come close together, you hear like that screeching sound. And it's like, oh my God, what was that noise in my ear? That's pretty much what happened. It was like, separate the microphones. That's deep. But I feel like y'all are meant to work together. Y'all are meant to work through it and auto tune or fine tune your clairaudience. Okay. This is also telling me like rescuer energy. Clarify this. Why is judgment in reverse, Spirit? The Hermit. Yeah, this is needed in April. I'm seeing like it's still there, the High Priestess and the Hermit. Okay, the connection is still there. It's not lost, but this is taking time to ground oneself. I don't see it grounding for like another person or trying to be with someone else, but grounding because someone is trying to make sure that they don't lose themselves at the same time while connecting to someone else, because someone has a tendency of, with the Page of Cups in reverse, losing themselves in connections. Right? Whether that's friends, family, all right, the people that they hang around with the most, they start to look like them, talk like them. That's where the adaptability energy comes from. But I feel like what I'm seeing here is these two lights that are coming together, because y'all are genuinely the same mirror. You're not faking. They're not faking and you're not faking. There's no manipulation here. This is just trust in the fall, right? Trust in the partnership, trust in the connection is not here to manipulate you. But part of you with the Page of Cups feels it's not triggered in a bad way where it's trauma. You have this desire. Somebody here has this desire to be a fool in love. And they went on this journey to heal like their hopeless romantic energy. But yeah, they have a tendency of romanticizing bad connections, family, relationships, seeing the best in people. I'm telling you, damn, not two high priests. This is major, y'all. But this is fair. This is just. Literally two high priestess. So the normal back and forth negotiations and games that people normally play, it's not happening between this connection. But that doesn't mean that you guys are not being of service to other people that do play those games, right? Because there's star quality here. So as ultimate mirrors, you both may hold a reflection for humanity to see themselves and their potential, right? And somewhere along the line, the more you utilize that for the world, the harder it is to know who you are. And so to have a partner in crime or partner that knows you well enough, it'll help you remind you of who you are. Not to scare you, but to remind you so you can always find your lighthouse, no matter how far you venture out. But I feel like you were accustomed to, there's something about you were alone for so long that you were accustomed to being your own light for yourself. And now that you've come across someone, it's like you were in this ship in the middle of nowhere, and the light house was on, right? And then you dock. And then when you dock, the closer you get, the brighter the light, right? So you start questioning yourself. Am I seeing things clearly? So this may have been a connection or a partnership, whether this was business, platonic, but it does seem like love here with the Knight of Cups. It's like trying to decipher, am I talking about myself? Am I talking about this person? Who is who and what is what? That's what I'm seeing here. Did they know all along? Did I know all along? I feel like that's what you're asking yourself. There's an invitation here that I'm seeing at work. Someone's going to get an invitation at work. Judgment. For a lot of you, what I'm sensing here is you start off not knowing who you can trust. Okay? Not knowing who's in secret competition. Right? Trying to keep your friends close, but your enemies even closer, and you have no one to talk to. Then you're communicating with someone in the month of April that gives you some great insight, and there is someone that you can trust above all else. And I feel like for whatever your mission is in this next season, you and someone else have kind of accepted some type of mission, some type of calling of who you need to be in order to facilitate. So I feel like you start off feeling childlike, but it feels like this is happening at a rapid rate. So it may feel super intense. Like, I mean, nauseated intense. Roller coaster nauseated intense, right? But I feel like these two high priestesses accept their mission, and it feels like their mission is kind of like covert or a little undercover. Yeah, because they facilitate some type of tower. Okay, whatever they're crafting, they're a part of a major tower moment. It's like a big wow, shock. There's some type of shock here. I never saw something coming. 10 of Cups. There's going to be a lot of gossip, a lot of chatter, but it's going to change the world. I'm also seeing a glow up here. For some of you, it looks like, I'm not even going to hold you. This ain't for everybody. For some of you, it looks like some type of family dynamic. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of people being left behind to go off and be happy with someone else that makes them happy. Because we have the Queen of Wands here. So there's going to be a lot of connections where they're not compromising in connections where they don't love that person or want to be with them. Someone has a big decision to make in regards to their future, right? And they've been thinking about this for a long time. They took some time to think about it, really review the details of this, and they've determined that they rather be happy than to be with someone for image, look, clout, or comfort. Something about comfort here. Somebody wants a partner in crime. Let's see if I can get some more, and then we're going to close this out, because it does look like chain of events that will affect you. Something could have started back in January. We have Dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. Bull, do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Older man, dealings of relationship with the older man. Frying pan, trouble, accusations. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is as well, someone could be trying to like hold on to two people at the same time for different reasons. There was some type of misunderstanding. Some type of plans didn't go through. And if something fell through. And I feel like forces working against you. What in the world? Clarify this. Okay, so pretty much there was a breakup and somebody was not trying to, could have been like a mistress or someone that they were dealing with on like just as a work connection or a sexual connection, and they decided that was a fluke. It didn't work out. And that person may have been trying to return or get back with someone, but they don't want them or you don't want them. And so y'all had people that was not taking no for an answer. Okay? Not taking no for an answer. And trying to project and make you guys feel unsure and not trust each other. But it doesn't work. There's some type of event as well in April. We have love and affection. There's a lot of forces that was working against you guys though to delay this transformation, to make you not trust your judgment of character in regards to another person. You could have laid low to protect someone. All right. So someone that's been like sad over losing you or something like that is trying to project things to make it hard for you to work and trust other people. Somebody who likes when you're a workaholic and you have time for nothing else but work. You may thrust yourself into work to kind of cope with the outside noise. And so I see that confusion passing by, and then you're going to be able to go work back on your plan. So you're waiting for the coast to clear in a particular situation, and that's what I'm seeing here for April. But ultimately, you're going to be successful. But I do feel like you're kind of just waiting for your intuition to confirm what to do next. And I feel like in the meantime, you are writing, journaling, you're processing this as it goes. And I feel like you are hoping that like someone is getting the spiritual messages with all this high priestess energy here. And I feel like they are, you are, and I'm hearing this too shall pass because you guys have a destiny. All right, Taurus, that's what I have for you as far as finances and career. You are in the making of something. Okay, so do not give up. All right, it will be prosperous. I do feel like more work will be required as you continue to weather the storm. Know that whatever other people have going on, the energy doesn't belong to you. Return it back to where it belongs, and you should be okay. Especially for all of my sensitive communicators. You're sensitive to energy. All right, love you. Bye, Taurus. Hey, Taurus, we're about to get straight into your major life events that may play out in April. You can, every event won't play out the same way. So I created 3 piles here. So, it's okay if you feel like pile 1 resonated more, pile 2 resonated more, or pile 3. Okay, they're intended to be pretty specific. So I'm going to channel for you what I see in regards to each particular event. You do not have to, all of them may not happen to you specifically. Okay, it's just different points of trajectory. Okay, potential outcomes. That's the best way I can describe it to you. The most likely out of 3 is what I'm hearing. So let's talk about, let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay. We have driver. Okay. What I'm seeing here is some type of intimidation in the month of April as far as where you're going, what you're doing. Someone may have a GPS. They may be trying to stalk you or track your whereabouts here. Okay. There's travel, and wherever you're going, you're being guided to safe passage somewhere. I do feel like there's either some type of absentee father, or boss, okay, manager of something of that sort, that tends to like to be a little controlling about what you do. May have a very involved father that really has some type of steering, or they like to rear you in the right direction here. I do feel like someone is trying to block something that you want, but you're not giving up. You're doing something anyway. And it has some type of prediction of a bountiful harvest for you. This could be an industry and you're struggling to get some type of recognition in the industry as well. You're driving blind out here, but I feel like the universe is giving you signs of what direction to go in. The less that you know about where you're going or what you're about to do, the better, is because there's someone that's abusing their power or trying to control you by getting you off of your path. So let's say you've been consistent in something for a little minute, whether this is breaking a habit, whether this is getting out of your comfort zone. Okay, there are external forces that want you to change course, go in a different direction. And so you may feel like your oppressors are trying to pull you down. They're insisting while you're trying to cultivate or go to new lands, you know? But they can't get, they have to get you to be afraid of taking this ride or going on this journey. But the more you don't know, the less you have to panic about, you know? Think of it like if you're about to fall off a bike. Would you really want to know that you're about to fall off a bike? It would hurt less if you didn't know that you were about to fall. You get what I'm saying? Now, I'm not seeing that you fall off a bike, but I'm giving you an example of how in an unfair industry or in an unfair world, you're posed with a situation where you may have to fake it till you make it. Because I am seeing someone try to force your hand to go back in a particular direction. You may be traveling or moving to another state as well, reluctantly, and you're trying to not be petrified about where you have to go. You feel like your hands are tied and you're forced down a particular path. But it's going to be like some type of divine intervention here. I do feel like Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. There is someone that is helping another person try to control your journey. This may be a hard family tie to break as well. This could be family. So let's get into your prediction. We have Moon and Affair. All right. We have the Fool in reverse and Control. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse and Health. Something feels unhealthy for you. Like being somewhere, being surrounded by someone. This is like trying to get away in the nick of time. It makes you feel very uneasy and like you're ungrounded. So I do feel like during the month of April, you're going to know that someone is trying to sleep with you or someone is trying to exploit you sexually. But they're in some type of relationship. Someone could have an escort business. I'm seeing like an escort. Like someone may want you to like join their escort business, because this affair is just making me feel like someone wants to pimp somebody. I'm hearing that. Okay, and this could be happening like from your own father, mother. Like they drop you off and pick you up. But part of it is because they kind of want to be in control of your relationship. So let's say, for example, it's not it's not like low level prostitution. This is like someone trying to match make you with somebody where you guys, for the sake of the paper, you know, you use each other for money. You know what I'm saying? So someone could be trying to get you to marry someone that has money to use a person. You get what I'm saying? Or someone could be trying to get you to date someone to get ahead in life. Okay? I'm seeing that somebody has some type of mark here. Like somebody was raised to do that. But to you, they may be pitching it to you like, oh, they're a prominent family, or that's something that you should want to do. But there's no love there. Okay? But they want you to talk to this person. But they could be like married or something like that. Already married. Someone's boss as well could be married and they want to hit on you. Or they want to I'm hearing something about a threesome. But like on the low here, what in the world? I'm seeing this like, I'll be the driver. I'll make sure you get where you're going. And like someone may be like a bodyguard to some type of stripper or some type of prostitute. And they drive that person to like their locations and they make money together. This could be a couple as well. And I see that like there's something about someone's private sexual affairs being aired out. Okay, I'm also seeing something about same sex here as well. Someone could have videos or content of someone that does sexual favors, right? Because this is making me feel like somebody like pickup. This is call boy, call girl, but they may be married or they may be in some type of. There could be like photos or files of this affair. Someone is being exploited, and I feel like in April something comes out, Channel 4 News. You may hear something in April. You may be watching TV and you hear something in April about somebody in politics or somebody that they could be a Leo. Where they're a little, flick of the wrist. Somebody is an undercover person, undercover sister or brother. But somebody else knows that about them, and so they're trying not to rock the boat. You may know about somebody's reputation firsthand or something like that. I heard who did it. You may know who did something to somebody. So a major event is going to be something that you see on the news, something that's being aired out about somebody, personal affairs. And it's going to be like this person tried to block you and delay you because you didn't want to work with them or you didn't want to participate in some type of freak show, I'm hearing. Okay, this could have been group sex as well. You stood your ground and they tried to ruin your reputation because you weren't into that. Yeah. And they're getting some type of karma. Yeah. So it's bittersweet because I feel like whatever this is, it may change everything. But at the same time, it's like it changes everything, but at the same time, it something still falls apart. So someone may be losing recognition, but on top of that, there's something to do with like a lies. I feel like somebody has lied on someone as a way to get money off of a situation. 3 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups. Someone may accuse somebody as well. What is going on? Yeah, there's some type of secret being exposed in April. 7 of Swords. And it's going to block their manifestation. Somebody knows somebody's secret here. And it's going to make them rethink like how they've been trying to manifest against you all this time. Because it feels like now, like you moved on from this situation. But they want you to like vouch for them. Like, vouch for me. I would never do that. Someone could have been cheating and somebody knew about it, and they're gonna say, or yeah, like, I saw you. Someone's afraid of this getting out, and because they're afraid of this getting out, they are willing to do just about anything to put this accusation to rest. They're willing to do just about anything. They're ready to disappear, move far away because something is catching up to someone. I'm also seeing here that someone may have been accepting money from someone and doing like favors. Okay, we're gonna move on. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, the rabbit hole goes a little too deep in that one. All right, let's see. Okay, so we got another potential. Pile 2. All right, now all of these could really be happening. It just may not happen. You may not hear about it if you don't resonate with it. Okay, but it feels like it's going to hit closer to home in some way, like a big betrayal. Some of y'all, like, this situation feels like this is like a friend or someone that you were dating. Your friend that you may got advice from could have been dating, having an affair with someone that you also wanted to be with. It's like a big ass betrayal here. It comes out or something hits the fan. Okay, there's some type of receipts. The driver saw some shit or something like that. Okay, your hopes and dreams in correlation to that, yeah, really changes everything. The 10 of Pentacles. And with the Fool in reverse, this is like someone's regretting a foolish mistake that they made, trying to get money, or trying to like extort someone. I'm seeing some type of betrayal as well, of like doing something to extort another person, and all along it was like set up by someone close to you or something like that. All right, now this Fool situation with control is pretty much saying that there's some foolish actions that sets you free from some type of karma, and those that were involved, this could be family, friends, or people that you trust. They've been to your house, or you've been to their house before, type of energy. Or y'all talked about your family. This situation is really going to set you free, or something about you're going to feel set free to let go of something because the truth comes out. And it feels like it's going to be more than one person's going to know about it. And you may have been the last person to know about it. Yeah, with the Moon. 4 of Cups. So I see you making a quick recovery. Okay. If you were afraid of something, of someone having some type of hold to affect you or something like that, and you may have been playing nice until you can get out of a situation, or until you can get close clear, I feel like you're going to be navigated down a totally different path, and you walk away with everything intact for yourself. This is karma. A major lesson is being learned here. You may be doing this yourself with the 6 of Pentacles. Especially if you were like holding a secret for someone, hoping that they play nice, or they just, let you go or leave you alone or stop trying to bully you. And it feels like all of their bad things is catching up to them, and you're going to finally be able to let it like lay it to rest. Let it go. Mhm. Like you get to go home, you get to be set free, you get to really feel like the wait is finally over, right? You're really healed from a situation, and you have no ties to it. Something about this entire April is about setting you free completely from some type of friends or family betrayals. And this secret was intended to hurt you, but I don't feel like it's gonna hurt you. I feel like it's just like the icing on the cake in April. So there's a major event that gives you the icing on the cake. It's the cherry on top, and you're like, hallelujah. They blocked themselves. Yeah, and so you're gonna be feeling really good, and someone's gonna be angry. They're gonna do something really reckless in April to argue with you, to make you mad, but you're going to be really unbothered with health here. Like I see you not even engaging in like arguments with this person or going back and forth with them. You standing on business. You standing on business in the month of April. You coming for all, if this is money, you coming for all your money. If somebody could have got the clap and they tried to, you are going to expose someone's secret, or if this is your energy, it feels like someone gets real reckless with their life and they try to block you and abuse their power, okay? After spying on whatever you do for work. There's some type of drama that's created and someone pays some type of price. Someone was trying to trigger you intentionally, but it's going to end up being bad news for somebody. Yeah, they're going to get some type of bad luck. Someone is forced to either marry somebody, or they are locked into some type of karma with a person that they're not happy with, and it feels like this could have been like an unplanned pregnancy or something like that. Yep. And someone's going to pretty much try to come to you out of like a fit of rage because they feel like you're about to take their money. So if you've been working really hard and someone hasn't been holding up their responsibility, they've been on the streets, not being responsible, leaving all the responsibilities to you. You had to work really hard. I see you holding someone accountable. Okay? Because you shouldn't have to work so hard to maintain some type of responsibility. And a part of that responsibility is someone that abandoned some type of duty or obligation to children, dogs, or something like that. They're going to owe like a debt here with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And whoever that they may have gotten with someone else or had an affair or something like that. Like for the sake of money. Somebody was pimping, using people. And I feel like they messed around and got someone, they messed around and got someone either pregnant and they're stuck, and that person is waiting on another person to settle down with them, marry them, or something like that. And so this person's going to come to you like venting, and they're going to tell on themselves. Like, oh, if you would have worked with me, this would have never happened. I wouldn't be in this predicament. So someone's coming to blame you in the month of April because they slip and fell on either someone's tool or they put their tool in somebody and messed around and got someone and got a long bill that they can't change. Mm. And so someone's going to have to tell you the truth because they're going to be afraid or worried that if you hold them accountable and you make them pay you back for like child support, fees, or anything of that sort, it will mess up them being able to maintain the new family that they have, or it'll mess up some type of household dynamic that they have going on because they feel like you chose to walk away. So it's not, they shouldn't have to be responsible, to be held responsible because y'all not together or something like that. Mm-hmm. And this person is in the process of establishing some type of security for children. That's what I'm seeing. People, some type of responsibility. This is supposed to be like a major shock that puts you in like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. But it doesn't do that. Rider. Someone may send you a long text message or a long letter. I'm also seeing that someone may feel like someone's going to be mad that you say something or you do something. This could also be family feeling mad about whatever you do for a living. You have toxic friends or family that are really going to try to throw around their weight. All right. Either you're telling your story about someone and your experiences, and it's something to karma, because there's a lot of money on the table. It's a lot of things on the table. It's a lot of corruption on the table. These are major events that are going to be televised or written or journaled about or something like that, put on social media. Sheesh. Something was written though. I feel like something was written to happen to certain, someone's sorry. They sorry. Someone also don't like the image or the reputation that they have in regards to, someone don't like something that you said. There's someone had a love child. And then someone tried to blackmail it. Okay, so there's a lot going on, but I'm gonna leave it right there. I feel like all April you're gonna be dodging a lot of bullets, but you're gonna ruffle a lot of feathers. People are extremely frustrated, and they're trying to intimidate you and make you like be quiet or stop working or talking or doing something. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles. Your fate is like, people have bad karma and your fate is going up. Like, your life is changing and their karma is setting in one by one. They're all being roped. Because I'm seeing somebody, there's going to be some type of reporter that accuses someone. I'm even seeing a situation in regards to the loss of a child. Even that's being reported. This is like big betrayal. It's to be like someone's own, someone's partner. It's like a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio partner with a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius to come up with a way to pin something on somebody else. to get themselves out of it because they feel like this is going to come to a point where someone is going to, yeah, they're going to be on the first 48. What's them people that get rid of people? They be having them on them documentaries where they like get with a person for money or for this, and then they get rid of the person, where it's like life insurance policies and stuff like that. There is someone investigating and gathering information. They just haven't said something yet. There's something about in April. There's some type of case that's going to be closed or laid to rest. And there's already which means the decision has already been faded. And I feel like somebody's already writing about it, or they prophesied this. There's going to be a book, a documentary, or something in regards to this, and it's already been created, which means they already know the verdict, which means they already know what direction this is going in. Because someone is steering the wheel. This is karma. So you could have been the catalyst. All right. And the catalyst from the standpoint of you're leaving all of this behind and the door is slamming after you. But everybody else from your past is the doors being slammed on them. This is different. All right, let's get your last messages. So we have quail. Look, get back to basics. Another feather. Messages. We have fox. Shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. All right, we have reconciliation, karma. You will reap what you have sown. Someone's going to find a needle in a haystack, and it's going to literally put hot fire. All right, and they're going to be sad and crying because this is going to be, deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Someone of the same sex tells the story. Someone reconciles with someone else. They've been working hand in hand with someone else behind their back. That's what I'm seeing here. There was an affair with a married couple. And it's going to be gossip about. Yes. And meanwhile, I feel like you're getting a lot of blessings. Some type of verdict was being determined in April. These are the forces that's been working against you. You are on the road to success. So you're entering a period of harvest, prosperity, and abundance, and these rats are being dealt with. Victory in some endeavor. I'm telling you, people are going to be crying. All right. You will be known for some type of psychic ability that you have. It's on point. Protected from negative forces beyond your control. Something about a younger woman is significant. There's also a fair woman. Okay. This person could be a lawyer, an investigator, spiritual guidance. There's some type of guardian angel. Since October could be significant. Something happened in October. This guardian angel could have ascended in October. And it's been their goal and their mission. All right. To close a case. Learn a lesson. And as this lesson is being learned, it's like blessings are falling on you. You're going to be in a whole different reality. Your life is changing. Dagger, fear, worries, tense situation. So I see work looking good for you, but these are major events that are going to play out in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So I'm sending you lots of love, wisdom, and guidance on your journey. And if you would like to book a 3-month prediction for yourself, all that information is going to be linked down below in the description box. All right, toodles.